Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia, and I'll be doing the reading.
I'm Jake Fernandez.
I'm Robin Hackett, and I'm doing special music.
Our fire alarms are going off, so I'm going to keep muted.
Good idea.
Could you introduce yourself?
I did. Are you speaking to our guest artist?
I was speaking to everybody. Yes.
Her and Greg were talking at the same time. You want to introduce yourself again?
Robin?
Sure. I'm Robin Hackett, your guest musician.
Well, we're happy that you're with us, and let's get started with an evocation. Would you do that one?
Mm-hmm. So I just invite you to close your eyes, take a deep breath. As we recognize that there is only that one power, that one presence, that one life. That is my life, that is the life of each one present here today, and the life of everyone everywhere. And so I know for each and all of us that this day unfolds in absolute perfection, that each one of us is blessed and is the blessing.
Yes.
And so I just take this moment to bless this service this day, everyone participating in it, everyone watching it now, everyone watching it later, and everyone everywhere, and absolutely knowing that we are each blessed in the blessing and knowing peace within our hearts and peace in the world for all of us. And together we say, and so it is.
All right. So Robin, you got something special for us?
Yes.
I know it. I knew it. As you always do.
Open wide my heart. 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 Open wide my heart open wide, my heart, my heart, my heart open wide.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's the way to kick the service off.
That
I'll
was
tell you.
fabulous.
Thank you so much.
You're
We're
welcome.
we're gonna do some stuff, and then we'll be back to you.
So like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. If you shop on Amazon and you aren't supporting another nonprofit, consider supporting the Centers for Spiritual Living North Metro at smile.amazon.com. And then when you shop, we'll get paid too, which is very nice.
Mhm.
So check out our website at cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us to add yourself to the email list. You can request prayers there. The affirmations and the prayer that we do, well, the affirmations, we don't do the prayer, we just send it out, is available on the website. And there's a new blog out there for
Yes.
October.
It
So,
is.
yeah. So today's title is Going Somewhere. And you've met our wonderful, wonderful, amazing, inspirational music for today, Robin Hackett. And today's reading is from The Third Appearance, A Crisis of Perception by Walter Starke. And I think we're ready for,
Ernestine.
yeah.
Affirmations. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Affirmations for the week of October 9th, 2022. Written by Stephan Anthony. Please repeat after me. The highest vibration of universal harmony uplifts me.
The highest vibration of universal harmony uplifts me.
My intentions are supported and made manifest now.
My intentions are supported and made manifest now.
I am a blessing to the world.
I am a blessing to the world.
Love and compassion make all things possible in my life.
Love and compassion makes all things possible in my life.
Spirit's vision pulls me gracefully into my fullest possible expression.
Spirit's vision pulls me gracefully into my fullest possible expression.
All that I do begins and ends with the expression of gratitude.
All that I do begins and ends with the expression of gratitude.
And together we say,
And so it
is.
The reading today is from The Third Appearance, A Crisis of Perception by Walter Starke. Most of the time we walk around feeling like human beings, but at infinitely brief moments, we can experience who we really are, humans appearing as the presence of God. In meditation or at any time that personal sense is set aside, a holy instant can happen. Those are the fleeting moments when we experience our higher consciousness. The spiritual condensate where the divine and human merge. Though instantaneous, the light that comes through during those moments of contact can change our lives as well as the world. In Plato's cave analogy, he claimed that what we see are the shadows on the wall cast by the light, but that if we were to look straight at the light, it would burn our eyes out. Perhaps that was true in Plato's day, but we have now spiritually evolved to the point where we can experience a holy instant, and for a brief moment, we can look right at the light. We can even become the light itself. It is amazing how those instant flashes of higher consciousness can transform our lives. our negative encounters, and even our world. Those holy instances not only place us under a new and more divine set of laws, but when they happen, we are given instructions on what to do. We have access to incredible energy, and we are led in a meaningful direction. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So once again, the magnificent Robin Hackett.
I've traveled through many a storm, been out there on my own, just trying to make it home. I've watched clouds roll in and stood out in the pouring rain, but it was through the darkest night I found the light. Up and down was all I knew. I'd wake up with a smile and watch my world come crashing through. I would hide away, afraid to face another day, but it was through the darkest night I found the light. So don't be afraid of the storms, 'cause when that old devil wind begins to blow, you'll find through the darkest night, you'll find through the darkest night, you'll find through the darkest night, you'll see the light. You'll see the light. Oh, you'll see the light.
Wow.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
That's an original, huh? That's an original?
Did you write that?
Yes.
Thought so.
Well, I knew, but I just wanted everybody who's watching us to know it, that you're an incredible songwriter. And
Thank you. I appreciate that.
that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting that you kind of fit in with today's reading.
I try. I listen in. That's
Yeah,
what I
you did a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to do our thing and we'll be back to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Going somewhere? that's our title. Excuse me, I'm playing with, something's trying to play with me. I'm not going to allow it to
That's right.
stop me from moving forward.
That's right.
Because we're always going somewhere and always coming back from somewhere. And even when we go to bed, there's that last time where it doesn't seem like we're going anywhere, but we are going somewhere. We're tapping into that subconscious parade of wonderful things. I had lots of dreams, and I enjoyed dreams. I used to record my dreams, and it was about a 3-year period that I did that, and it was very enlightening and very uplifting. Anyway, when you're on this journey and you're having the human experience, and you're going here, going there, you have to go shopping, or you're going to a wedding, or you're going to the bathroom, or wherever you're going, I highly recommend to do it with the what am I trying to say? I gotta think of the word. Mindfulness.
Yay.
Do it mindfully. I definitely wasn't mindful in that moment, but
But you're aware of it.
that's right.
And a lot of times we're not.
That's right. So mindfully, we move from this place into the next place, and we allow our senses to awaken, so we can take the next step, have the next experience, develop the consciousness of expansive thinking, knowing that as you enter any room, you enter any situation, any condition, you enter with an open mind, a mind that hasn't any preconceived ideas, a mind that is open to every possibility of why you are where you are, and what brought you there. When we're moving in this mindful way, when we find ourselves in a situation, it's always good to check into that guided system that dwells within you, and not get caught up in the drama that's all around you, because we can easily get caught up in drama. Even ministers do. Can you think of that? And if we find ourselves getting caught up in it, then that's the time to get mindful, because you don't have to listen to what's happening. You don't have to see what's happening. You don't even have to know why it's happening. What you need, well, what I need to do,
What we get to do.
what I get to do is to open this vessel I call my mind, and be aware of the big picture that's taking place, while simultaneously be aware of all the nuances that are taking place. That's mindfulness, being aware of the big picture that's happening, at the same time taking in and experiencing the little nuances.
Yeah, I'm not getting caught up in it, whatever that big picture is.
So if I'm in that mindful place, I won't have the need to feel I got to get to the top, or I got to stay on top, or I got to get over it, or I got to overcome it, or break away from it, because there's nothing that you need to do except still yourself. Know who you are. Get into that realization of the perfection of your own being. The perfection of your own being. Just contemplate that one for a whole week. What is the perfection of my own being? Well, for me, again, it's being mindful, being aware of my surroundings as I move through them. And now, and again, not allowing yourself to become part of the drama. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people do that just by reacting at the same level of whatever's taking place. And when you react at the same level of whatever's taking place, then what you're doing is you're throwing coal on the fire. And you know what happens when you do that? Fire gets bigger. So at a certain point in my life, having gone through all the classes, which was a mindful thing to do, going to Sunday services, and had a great teacher. At a certain point, I had to develop a kind of consciousness that will move me through any situation that I find myself in. And I call it glory to greater glory consciousness. Finding the glory where I am right now. Because there's always glory, no matter what's going on in your life. There's always the glory that's carrying you through it. If at any time you find yourself lost or caught up in what's going on, then just say to yourself, I am the glory of God. I am the glory of God. And take a step, even close your eyes. I can be in the middle of Grand Central Station and find myself needing to declare the truth of myself because everything around me, the energy is getting to me. I just close my eyes. I could be standing in line. I've done that before, and people like poke you in the back. Hey, come on, move along, fella. But it's because I'm me, and I get to be me in every situation. So when I'm in that line or I'm in the crowded place, I just close my eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, knowing that it's cleansing your body, and just say, I am the glory of God. I am the glory of God. I am the glory of God. God. And when you open your eyes, it'll be like there's a whole different world. I just had that experience just now. I opened my eyes and it's like, where am I? Oh, I'm here. I'm talking. Just remember, life is an ever unfolding mystery. And you don't have to know everything. And you can be the I know nothing attitude, because when you take that stand of knowing nothing, then you're open to finding out more. And it's always a healthy thing to do, to ask questions, to take that journey of glory to glory to glory, and know that you're being guided and directed, lifted and uplifted, sustained and maintained all the time. And all it takes is your attention. Can you say something?
Sure. So I wrote a few quotes down from the book. We've done it many times and I really love it. So the mystics say, we're not living a life of time and space, but as spirit which knows no time, no distance, and no boundaries. And so I think it's easy to get caught up in the human experience. I know it is for me, and all the to-dos, and that I always have a list. I used to keep it on one of those yellow pads, and then it'd run off the bottom and onto the next sheet. I do it on the computer now. It's not quite so daunting.
You got a spreadsheet.
Well, yeah, and I can get caught up in how much I have to do, and then I don't have time to do it. And then guess what happens? I don't have time to do it because I claimed that for myself. Or I can pick out the most important thing and say, I'm going to do this today, and I'm going to get this done today, and the rest will take care of itself. And you know, some of those things fall off the bottom of the list. I remember a long time ago taking a class, and they talked about putting things in A, B's, and C's. And you do the A's, and you leave the B's on your list, and the C's just go away. Because if they're C's, they weren't that important anyway, and something else will happen with them. And so we have choices all of the time on what we focus our attention on, and what we deem important and what we deem not important. And we can focus our attention on those things that upset us. We can focus our attention on judging other people. We can focus our attention on things that we don't like that are happening, or we can focus our attention on all of the good that's in our lives, and all of the blessings that we have, and all the wonders that we experience. Ernestine just talked about the moon last night. What a wonder the October moon is. It is just absolutely fabulous. There are so many places where we can put our attention in a positive way. And when we catch ourselves going to the negative side, we have the opportunity to do what Reverend Michael said and just take a moment to get present, just take a moment to get present. We were in a meeting, kind of a prayer thing. It was in Grand Junction. It was a long time ago, and I was fairly new to this teaching then. And the people were talking about a place up on the Grand Mesa, which is a fabulous place. And there was a fire, and it was coming toward this meditation retreat, or it might have not have been exactly that. But it actually turned and went away from it. And the people there were talking about how that happens when a place is all prayed up. And you think about that. Just think about how different our lives are when we're all prayed up. Just think about how different our relationships are when we're all prayed up. Just think about the experiences of the day as we go about the things are when we're all prayed up, as opposed to getting distracted by all the things that are happening during the day, the places where you get caught up in traffic, or, oh my gosh, that motorcycle that went around us yesterday and in front of us and down the middle of everybody. That was just like, I wasn't even driving, and it was shocking to see, like, you see those motorcycle accidents when they get hit by a car, and it's so awful. And I was just thinking about just being present about we're in traffic and things like that are going to happen. And I don't know where that person was, and we didn't have to deal with it. And stuff like that's happening all the time. And so we have the opportunity to get distracted by it. And we have the opportunity to do exactly what Reverend Michael said and center ourselves. So this is also from Walter Starke. He says, when we become aware that we are primarily consciousness with bodies, we begin to have dominion over how our bodies react. When we become aware that we are primarily consciousness with bodies, that means with our body, without our body, regardless of how our body's acting, we're still that consciousness. We're still one with the divine. We're still eternal. We're still experiencing the things that we came here to experience, to grow. And it doesn't lessen the spirit. It doesn't make it greater. It doesn't make it lesser when we have those experiences, the ones we call good and the ones we label something else. Mm-hmm. We're always that spiritual being, always. So when we're going up through our days, we have the opportunity to be aware of who we are, and aware that we made a choice to be here, and aware of the fact that there are also other beings around us that are going to bump into us, and there are occasions that are going to bump into us, and there are circumstances that are going to bump into us. And we have the choice of reacting or being mindful. Mm-hmm. We are always at that choice every minute. You have more to say?
Well, Helen Keller says life is either daring adventure or nothing at all. Life is either daring adventure or nothing at all. A lot of people think they can hide from things that are going on. They can hide from maybe conflict in a family. They can hide from something that took place, an experience they had, like an accident. They think they can hide from all those things. But in truth, they're just part of your divine path unfolding. And if you don't have the courage to be aware of the forward movement in your life, then you've lost track of what you really are. So we're always going somewhere. And that somewhere spiritually means forward, because you never go backwards in spiritual terms. Where you are is where you are, and you can't become 10 years old again. You can't have a remake on how you messed up your marriage. You can't have another opportunity of not taking that job that you should have had. All that is just nonsense, because what's important is to know that there are many doors on your journey forward. There are many doors before you, and you can always walk through any door. And it makes no difference which door you pick, which door you choose. It'll be the perfect, complete, perfect, whole experience that you need. And sometimes you'll walk through a door and it'll seem like it's the same thing happening again, but it really isn't, because you've become a little more aware and you have a little more understanding of whatever it was that you went through. And you may go through 4 or 5 of these doors in that process of growing and finding your part in what took place, finding that divine experience that was the truth of what happened and not what happened. The divine experience, your spiritual experience, is the truth of what happened and not what happened. So there's always that before us. Just know that you're going somewhere. That somewhere is forward. And as you go forward, God is always there. No matter where you are, God is always present. God is always there to reveal exactly what you need, when you need it, and how you need it. The winds in the house are always there for your own best and good. You got something?
Well, after you.
I'm good.
I just want to read. This is from the back of the book. It inspired me so much, I wrote it down so I can read it every day. Looking outside of ourselves for our good is what has previously separated us from that good. We have looked everywhere except where it is, within our own perceptions. Prayer is not something we do. It is an experience that takes place in, through, and as our perceptions. To pray aright is to look within our own consciousness for our own good, not to an external person or source. The experience of your own God being, is the source from which your good flows. Walter Starke. I had to really think about that when I read it. It's like, how often do we temporarily forget that and think that someone else needs to make us happy, or someone else made us mad, or someone else should have done that thing, or this thing shouldn't have happened, or I shouldn't have done that thing, or made that mistake, or done this or that. And it's all part of our grand experience in this place, in this time, for our spirit to grow. And that we're so much more. We're not in charge of all the things that happen outside of us, but we are in charge of what we do with it inside. We are in charge of where we let it take us. Do we let it take us down a rabbit hole, or do we look at that and go, wow, well, look at that. I'm going to choose this path. So I think it's so important for us as we're going through the day. And this happens and that happens, and we label this good and we label this bad and we label this something else. To remember that we're here to have these experiences for our highest good and for our growth. And it's our choice. It's our choice all of the time, how we deal with it, what we do with it, and how we go forward.
Mm-hmm. So again, it's just claiming that glory to greater glory consciousness. And what that means is right here and now, no matter what's going on in my life, no matter what situation I find myself in, no matter what condition I find myself in, the glory of God is with me.
That's right.
And when I know that, feel it, and and live it, then I move on to the next glory. And that's an eternal journey. That's what we're doing in this life, this physical life. And it's what we'll do in whatever form we take next. So just think about the glory, to greater glory consciousness that you get to express. And it's unique. It'll be unique to you. You can't express my glory, greater glory, because it will never work. You can't copy me. That doesn't work. You can open up to the glory of God within you and take whatever step you're guided to take, and know that it's a wonderful journey. Life is a mystery. Go out and enjoy it. Yes. Let's pray. And so I know that in this life, and the life before, and the life after, there's only one eternal creator, one source of light, of love, of peace, of harmony, of joy, of freedom, creativity, clarity, all this and so much more. There's only one source for it all. We call it God. It has many other names, but there's only one. And I know in this oneness, it embraces me, for I am one with it. All that God is, I am, and all that I am, God is. As I know this for myself, I know it for Reverend Valerie, for everyone that's participating in the service today, and in truth, for every living being and creature that's on this planet. It's all expressing the glory of God in its fullness. And I know that right here, right now, that all those that are listening, that are within the sound of my voice, I claim for you that glory to be revealed in your life, that glory to continue to guide you and direct you to the highest and best good for your life. And as I hold that for you, I hold it for all the beings on this planet, those that are going through conflict, those in the Ukraine and Russia, those in places where there's pain, where there's not enoughness. I see the glory of God right there. And I call forth within all life to see that also as we move to the peace and the joy of being. I know that this word has power, and it ignites the flame within each person listening to this service. And I'm grateful. And I pass to Valerie.
Thank you. I too recognize that oneness, that allness, that isness, that power, that presence that is within each and every one of us all of the time. As my life, as each life, as the power and the presence of God in every moment in our lives. And I bless this spiritual community. I bless all of Centers for Spiritual Living, all of the communities, all of the focus groups, all of the spiritual living meetings, all of Centers for Spiritual Living all across the planet. And I also bless those who have asked for prayer. I bless Sheila with absolutely surrounded and enveloped in the power and the presence of God and continuing healing in her body temple. And I know it is so. I know it is happening right here and right now. I know it continues to expand and create more wholeness and more health and more wellness. And I also surround Kevin with that same power and that presence, that healing in his body temple that his sisters are holding so dearly for him. And so I surround us all in that absolute power and that presence and that love and that healing in our mind and our body and our spirit and that healing of our planet and that healing of all life. Mm-hmm. So I am so grateful for this time together, grateful to know this truth for myself, for Reverend Michael, for all of us gathered here today, and for all of us everywhere. I am so grateful to know that this word is complete in the mind of God right here and right now, that it cannot come back void because it has been spoken into the law and it has been spoken into spirit, and it is done right here and right now, and it is currently unfolding. And so in absolute gratitude for knowing this truth, I simply release this word into the power of spirit and the power of the law, and I simply let it go and I allow it to be. And together we say,
And so
it is. Amen, amen, ashe, aho, and woo-hoo.
You may wonder what your world is coming to, with all the ups and downs that you've been through. But there's more than the eye can see. There's the truth in your divinity. So be still and know all is well. All is well, all is well. Be still and know all is well. All is well, all is well. And when those clouds roll in, don't you worry now. Before you know it, you'll be up with the sun. And on this world goes round and round. But in the chaos, there's something to be found. So be still and know all is well. All is well, all is well. Be still and know all is well. All is well, all is well. Don't you worry about the rain upon your shoulders. Don't you worry if the sun don't shine. Don't you worry if there's enough for tomorrow. For if you go inside, you will see you are a shining light. Whoa, be still and know all is well. All is well, all is well, yeah. Be still and know all is well. All is well, all is well. Be still and know all is well. All is well, all is well. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know.
yes,
Wow.
thank you.
Your music is always awesome, but it's been spectacularly awesome today.
Yes,
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you.
it's your music,
That's right.
Thank you.
and we're looking forward to one more after we take care of some business.
That's right.
Okay. All
Be
right.
right back.
You got it.
So be still and know all is well, right where you are. And if you have received that message in any way from what we've said and done, then send us a little thank you. We'd appreciate it, and it'll keep us doing what we're doing and continue to grow and be of service to all those that call upon us.
Yeah.
That's what we're here about.
Mhm.
So how can they give?
So you can go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and there are a couple places to give out there. Our address is on the website too, so if you'd rather write a check, that's the right address. Oh yeah, Venmo. So if you use Venmo, that's the QR code. You just put your phone right up there. It takes you right to the place where you want to go to donate, right?
Is that the whole thing on our website? The whole video?
I don't know. I can put it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
join us by shining your light towards this basket, which represents the abundant flow of the universe, the divine circulation of good. And just know that it's right where you are. And together I ask you to repeat after me. I give thanks to the glory of God in my life.
I give thanks to the glory of God in my life.
My thanks I send out with this gift,
My thanks I send out with this gift,
knowing that it comes back multiplied.
knowing that it comes back multiplied.
And I'm eternally grateful for the source in my life
I'm eternally grateful for the source in my life
as it unfolds in its perfection.
as it unfolds in its perfection.
For this and so much more,
For this and so much more,
I say thank you
I say thank you
and let it be.
and let it be.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Robin, there you are.
Here I am.
Every second Sunday.
Be the peace you want to see, and share your peace with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And be the joy you want to see. Then share your joy with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Be the love you want to see. Then share your love with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Be the peace. Be the joy. Be the love. And let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Let it begin. Oh, let it begin. Let it begin with you. And let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you and me.
And that, folks, is the wonderful Robin Hackett.
Tell everybody how they can get your music.
There you are.
Did you lose us? Tell everybody how they can get your music.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said. Did you say something?
I said, tell everybody where they can get your music.
At www.robinhackettmusic.com.
There you go.
Yay. Well, we can all have that music a lot more often. So thank you so much, Robin. It was fabulous.
Yeah, again, if you want to hear next time at our service, just know it's the second Sunday.
It is.
And we thank you for holding that spot, because it is the glory of you shining so beautifully all the time.
Thank you for your message today, too.
Thank
It's
you.
so appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, so you want to do a evocation or a
Should
benediction?
we do that before other people probably aren't coming back right now. Okay. So once again, I invite you to take a deep breath and recognize that God is breathing that breath, the breaths that we're aware of and the breaths that we're not, beating our heart. And God is the thinker of our thoughts, into which we think into God. So I know that right here and right now, each one of us is absolutely in divine perfection. And I'm just so grateful for this time together, grateful for all of the people that helped make this possible, grateful for everyone who is watching us today and watches us in the future, and everyone everywhere. I'm just so grateful for this amazing October weather and for this divine space on earth where we get to occupy. Grateful to know that this truth is done in the mind of God, that it unfolds in grace and ease for all of us for the rest of the day and the rest of the week. And I'm just so grateful. I just allow this word to be, and together we say, and so it is. Amen.
Amen. Greg, you there?
Oh, I need to say, join us on Zoom right after the service. It's in the comments, and if you don't catch it there, it's on our website on the calendar. And we have a Zoom meeting, and we have a really good time. So join us there. But do you have something to share, Greg?
Oh, I just that was the first time all of our smoke alarms went on during a service. That was kind of interesting.
What I thought was funny about that is we got home yesterday and our neighbor comes out the door and she's like, "Can you hear that in your house? I've been exchanging the batteries and it won't go off." So
Yeah, we were all racing around the house trying to find which one.
I just thought our service is going to be too hot for your house to handle.
That might have been it. But we finally found the one to shut off, and it turned them all off. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been through that.
Yeah.
Usually in the middle of the night, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
No, really good message, good service, something for nutrition, spiritual nutrition for the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
all right.
that's a wrap.
That is, and we'll see you on Zoom.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye.